Hello and welcome to Luxuriously Poor, and I really hope you guys are having a really awesome day and enjoy this recipe. Today I want to start off by talking to you about tomatoes. Tomatoes are an awesome, inexpensive way to make a wonderful broth with whatever you may be cooking. And broths can help fill you up. They do lots of vitamins and minerals that are very necessary to the body. Now, I do preserve them, tomatoes, two ways. One is I can them, and the other is I freeze them. I freeze towards the end of the season because there's just a few, and I don't want to pull the canner out and spend a lot of gas canning 3 or 4 jars, or even 5. So sometimes I'll just freeze them. And in this recipe, this is what I'm going to use because I like to get rid of them as quick as I can. You know, our new season of gardening is coming up and I still have a few jars of this in my freezer. And so this is why I took it out. I also took the chicken out and it's frozen also. And I put it in a pan and I am going to let it kind of cook a little bit to defrost so that it's more, I can separate it better. I paid 39 cents a pound for these legs. I can't say enough about buying something cheap and quite a bit of it and keep using it all through your week. And I was going to say day, but through your week. And it saves a lot of money that way. Now I'm going to put a top on this because I want it to start to cook so that I can kind of separate the legs. And as you can see here, I'm able to separate them now. This dish is wonderfully delicious and extremely inexpensive. And that's what's most important. And it's one pot, and I can eat from this 2 days. Now, that's not a bad price at 39 cents a pound. 2 days I can eat off of 5-6 chicken legs. I'm going to use this, as you can see, chili chipotle in this frozen tomatoes. I'm going to put it in a blender. You don't have to do that. You can use just the frozen tomatoes, put them in a blender with a little bit of salt and garlic if you want. Blend them up. I cut them in smaller pieces. I cut them in half. Blend them up in your blender. Add water. It doesn't have to be real watery, but this is pretty thick, so I'm adding a little more water to it. And then I'm going to pour it into the chicken. Right here. That's it. This is wonderful. Now, at this point, you can add whatever you want to it because that tomato is your broth. You're not going to make a soup, but it's going to make a wonderfully delicious broth. I'm going to use turnips. I love turnips. They kind of have the texture of potato. They're mild tasting, and I love them. I really do. I'm not a green bean, and I'm putting what they call red onion. I call it purple because it doesn't look red to me, but when you go to the store, it says red. I'm not a green bean or sweet pea person, but I'm a green, like broccoli, turnip greens, mustard greens, collard greens. I love those kind of greens. Now, I added a little bit of garlic to this, a few cloves. I smashed it up and added it. Here it is. I'm just cooking it. The onions and the turnips and it was 3 cloves of garlic that I smashed. And I'm just cooking it all together. Now it's ready and I'm going to plate it up. Couple of chicken legs. You see my turnips there. Now this is some leftover rice that I added broccoli to. I always put vegetables like broccoli or cauliflower or something in my rice, but mostly broccoli because broccoli is so good for you. And it's a way to get more healthy food into your body. And it's good for you nutritionally.